123A. It'll have clocks on it. It's the one with the clocks. 123A. All right, so today we will learn how to tell time, so what's called the quarter hour. Okay, so we know how to tell time to the full hour, which will be on the 12 o'clock, half past, which is on the 6, 30 minutes. We also know how to tell time by 5, in increments of 5, and also by ones as well. So we're going to learn what's called a quarter hour. So I'm not sure if you've heard someone say before it's a quarter till 7 or it's a quarter past 9. Has anyone heard someone refer to the time like that? If someone says, what time is it? And someone says it's a quarter past 4. No? Well, if that's okay if you haven't, well, that's what we're going to learn today, what that means, what it means when we say quarter past or quarter to. Okay? So if you look at my clock here on the board, I'm going to divide my clock into fours. Okay, I'm going to divide it into 4. So 1, and then 2 and 4. Okay, so does everyone see the 4 that I divided my clock into? Okay, I really need you to pay attention to this lesson, okay? I really do. All right, so I divided my clock into 4s. When I divide my clock into 4s, each section that I have is a total of 15 minutes, okay? Each one is 15 minutes because 15 times 4 is 60, and remember there's 60 minutes in a full hour. So each one is 15 minutes, okay? So when I cut it 1, 2, 3, that's 15 minutes. When I do it in, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all of those are 5 minutes. Does everyone see what I mean by that? 15 minutes. I cut the clock into 4, and each piece is 15 minutes. Because remember, we count by 5s whenever we have the time. So there'll be 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, and so on, okay? Now, let me put a time on the clock, okay? So just watch my time that I'm about to put. Okay, this is my minute hand. And this is, And this is my hour, okay? So my minute hand is pointing to 12. My hour hand is pointing to 8. What time is it? You can tell me. Good, thank you. So it is 8 o'clock right now on my clock, okay? Because my minute hand is pointing to the 12, and my hour hand is pointing to the 8. It is 8 o'clock. Keep that in mind, 8 o'clock. Let me put it up here. So once I am inside of the hour 8, if I was to tell someone, if someone says, what time is it? And I say it's a quarter past or a quarter after 8. That means it's a specific time. Every time someone says it's a quarter past or a quarter after a certain number, that means you are inside of that hour, and it means that you are 15 minutes inside of that hour, okay? So if I was to say it's a quarter past or a quarter after 8, what that means is it is 8:15, okay? So every time you say quarter past or quarter after, that means 15 minutes after the hour. The only number that means 15 minutes on a clock is the number 3, okay? 3 means 15, 5, 10, 15. If you know how to count time, then you already knew that 3 means 15, okay? So whenever someone says it's a quarter past a certain hour, that means it's 15 minutes after the hour. Quarter past or quarter after means 15 minutes past the hour, okay? That's the easy part. This one is easy to understand. So if I was to say it's a quarter past 10, what time would it be? A quarter past or a quarter after 10? What time is that? Tell me. 10:15. If it's a quarter past 3, a quarter past 3 would be? Okay, and so, good. say quarter past, it's always going to be on the 3. Quarter past, quarter after is always on the 3. Always on the 3 because that 3 means 15 minutes into the hour. That's quarter past. Okay? Now there's something else called quarter to or quarter of. Now that one is different. Now remember, it's 8 o'clock. We're focusing on 8 o'clock. If someone says, what time is it? And I say it's a quarter to 8 o'clock. Who thinks they know what time it's going to be?
8:15.
8:15 is a quarter past, quarter after. I said it's a quarter to 8. So what that means is it's not 8 o'clock yet. It's almost 8 o'clock, but it's not. That means it's 15 minutes until 8 o'clock. So 15 minutes until 8 o'clock would be 7:45. 7:45. So this is the part that is kind of like, okay? Quarter to means that you're not quite in that hour yet. You're almost there. So what you have to do is go to the hour before, and you always will be 45 minutes. Quarter to means 45 minutes. That will always be the 9. So let me go ahead and draw the arrow to that. Quarter to means 45 minutes into the hour. So that means 15 minutes until the next hour. Quarter to means 15 minutes until. Okay? Let me put that. 15 minutes until the next hour. Quarter past was 15 minutes past the hour. 15 minutes into the hour. Quarter to means 15 minutes until the next hour. Yeah? Who's like, no, Miss Fulgence? I'm like, It's okay if not. It's okay if not. So again, when we say quarter past or quarter after, it means 15 minutes inside of the hour. Okay? When we say quarter to or quarter of, it means 15 minutes until the next hour. Okay? So again, remember we were focusing on 8 o'clock. If I said it was a quarter past 8, that meant it was 8:15. But if I said it's a quarter to or a quarter of 8 o'clock, then that means it is not 8 yet, but it's almost 8. So it's 7:45. Both of them mean 15 minutes. Quarter past means 15 minutes inside of the hour. Quarter to or of means 15 minutes until the hour. So look at your page. Let's go ahead and look at the page and let's see if that helps us out a little bit, okay? All right, so let's look at box 1. And so what time is that? That's an easy time. I think we all should be able to read that time.
7.
That is 7 o'clock. So go ahead and draw 7 o'clock in the box, 700. So underneath the box where we wrote 7, the number 7 o'clock, let's write the words 7 o'clock. Does everyone know how to spell 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock. Everybody write it like this?
I don't have o'clock.
Okay.
I have it. I have just 7 o'clock.
Okay, so now let's look at number 2, okay? So now look at the time. What time is it now? Look at where your hour is and look at where your minute is. What time is this? But don't write yet. Do not write. What time is it?
7:15.
It is 7:15. So go ahead and put 7:15 in the box. That's 7.15. But that is not what we write on the lines. We do not write 7:15 on the lines because 7:15 means something. When we say 7:15, we're saying that it's a quarter past 7. Remember, quarter past means 15 minutes inside of the hour. So on that first line right underneath 17, put quarter past 7. That's what 7:15 means, a quarter past 7. Anytime you have quarter past an hour, that means it's 15 minutes inside of that hour. I have quarter past 7, and also I could say quarter after 7. Because sometimes in your book it will say quarter past, and sometimes it will say quarter after, but they both mean the same thing. It means that it's 15 minutes after the hour. Number 3, that's what I mean, I'm sorry. Number 3. All right, look at your clock. What time is it? What time?
7:30.
It is 7:30. Okay, so put 7:30 in the box. 7:30. 30, yes. Because the hour hand is past 7, but remember, if it's between two numbers, you go with the number that it just passed, which was 7. And then the 6 means 30 minutes. So on the line, how do we say that? We say half past 7. Half past 7 means halfway into the hour. That's 7:30. Let's look at the number 4 clock. So this one, what time is it on this clock? Here, what time is it?
7:45.
7:45. Now remember, 7:45 means something. So go ahead and put 7:45 in the box. Because again, the hour hand, it just passed the 7. It's not on 8. So I hope you didn't say 8:45 because it's not on the 8. It's still in between 7 and 8. So that means it's 7. So 7. So 7. And then your minute hand is on 8. I'm sorry, 9. That means 45. So, oh, good job. Somebody's saying it already. Good. So how do we say this? Quarter to 8. Yes. 7:45 means a quarter to 8. That means we are 15 minutes into the 8 o'clock. It's almost 8 o'clock. In 15 minutes, it'll be 8 o'clock. That's what quarter to 8 means. Okay? So every time it's on 45, you're preparing for the next hour. You're preparing to go into the very next hour. So after 7:45 or after 7 o'clock, we know that it turns into 8 o'clock. So we say quarter to 8 or quarter of 8.
Quarter to and quarter of.
Yes. So quarter to and quarter of means it's 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes, and then it's also 15 minutes until the next hour. All right, so let's go to the back of this page. So we're on the same page, just flip it to the back. We have some more clocks on the back. Let's go ahead and start with the first clock. So we have our first clock, and can anyone tell me the time on the clock? What's our hour in minutes? What time is it?
5:45.
On 5.
A quarter past. A quarter past.
Hold on, wait. I just want to know the time first. Yes, y'all are right, but I just want to know the time. So it's 5:15. So go ahead and put 5:15 in the box. It is 5:15. So that means we're in the 5 o'clock hour, 15 minutes into that hour. So what do we say whenever we are 15 minutes into the hour? We say quarter past. It's a quarter past 5. Because what that means is it is 5 and we are 15 minutes into 5. So that's 5:15, or we could also say quarter after 5. Okay, let's look at number 6. What time is it on this clock on number 6?
9:15.
9:15, so put 9:15.
Now it's 5:15.
So what would I say? 9:15, it's a quarter.
Quarter past 9.
Good, a quarter past 9. Quarter past 9 or quarter after. You get it now? Yeah, this part is usually the easier part. It's just the quarter to. That part's like the kind of confusing one. But this one, quarter past 9, quarter after 9. Okay, so what time is it on number 7? Find your hour hand. It's not on 6, so don't tell me 6. Hour hand and figure out your minutes. What time is it?
5:45.
Somebody still said 6. It's not 6. It's 5:45. Remember, guys, if it's in between two numbers, it's always the number you just passed, and the clock goes this way. So that means it had just passed 5. It's not on 6 yet, so it's 5:45. So what would I say for 5:45?
Quarter to
Quarter to 6. Good. It's a quarter to 6.
I'm done with homepage. I'm done with homepage.
Quarter to or quarter of 6?
Miss Prudence.
Uh-huh.
My mom will be getting off at 5:45.
At 5, so she gets off at a quarter to 6. So that's what you can tell her. Say, Mom, you're getting off at a quarter to 6. That's 5:45. Okay, let's look at number 8, the last one. What time is it? Look at where your hour is and where your minute is.
9:45.
9:45. 9:45. So how would I say this? It's a quarter
to 10.
Quarter to 10. Anytime it's 45, you're focusing on the next hour. Quarter to 10.
And quarter of 10.
Thank you. Quarter of 10. That means it's 9:45, 15 minutes until 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So quarter just means 15 minutes. It just depends on where the quarter is, if it determines if it's 15 minutes inside or 15 minutes until. Just depends. Okay? So that's our lesson on telling and showing time to the quarter hour. So quarter to means, quarter after or quarter until means, quarter past or quarter after means 15 minutes inside of the hour. Quarter to or quarter of means 15 minutes until the next hour. And quarter of will always be on the 45, always. Quarter past and after is on the 15, which is the 3. And then quarter to and of is always on the 9, which is 45 minutes, okay? So that's quarter to and quarter after. I want you to go to 124, and I want you to find this page here. It will have like a shape of like a gingerbread man or like a man. It'll look like this. Yep, it has this lesson worksheet 124A. 124A.
And 125.
And all you need to cut out is the little cat and the little gingerbread man. That's all you have to cut out at the bottom. The cat and the gingerbread man. So I'll give you a few minutes to cut that part out. So in math, we have certain words that we use to describe the way that shapes and objects moved, okay? We use the words translation, rotation, and reflection, okay? So these are all different kinds of transformations because it's different ways that we can move objects and we can transform them, right? So again, we have translation. I need everybody's eyes here. You can't do anything with the paper right now, so just wait. We have translation, we have rotation, and we have reflection. That's the 3 different ways we could move objects, okay? So say if my object is this book here. Everything usually starts off up like this, flat. Some people still are not paying attention. But yes, so everything is sometimes up like this, flat. Now, whenever I say I want to do a translation, it means to slide. Translation means to slide. So if I have it here and I translate it, all I'm going to do is slide it. That's called a translation. I just slid it, okay? So if you go ahead and look at your page, at the top of your page, you have your objects, right? So do you see the part where it says translation, slide? Okay, so put one of your objects. You can put the man or the cat, whichever one. Put it face up inside the empty box. Everybody's doing that? Mm-hmm. And now slide it. That's a translation. Did everybody slide it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, whenever you slid him, did it change at all?
No.
No, it stayed the exact same. All it changed was the place it was in. Now it's in a new place, okay? So that's a translation. It means to slide. Let's look at the next one, which is rotation. Everybody has a rotation? So rotation means to turn. So did you look here, please? like this, okay? So put your cookie or whichever one you're using inside of the empty box, and now turn it. All you have to do is turn it. What happens to it whenever we turn it? Now it's what?
Upside down.
It should be upside down now. Yes. Whenever we turn it, it's upside down. So rotating it can turn it upside down. But what happens if we turn it again?
It's not upside down.
It's right side up again. So rotation means to turn. So translation means to slide. Rotation means to turn. Okay? So now let's go to the bottom. And now we'll do what's called a reflection. Now a reflection kind of reminds us of a mirror, kind of, right? Like whenever we look in a mirror, everything looks opposite. A reflection means to flip it. So this is what you do here. This is what you do. Whenever you have your reflection, you just flip it. That's it.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay? So put your cat or your whatever in the empty box and now flip it. What happens when you flip it?
I can't see his face.
Yeah, because you flipped it. Now flip it back. Flip it back. And now it should be right again. Yes, so this is called a reflection. A reflection is when you flip it. Okay? So that's really it. That's all I wanted to say. So a translation means to slide. Rotation means to turn. And reflection means to flip. Okay? So again, translation means slide. Rotation means to turn. Reflection means to flip. That's called transformations. Is whenever you change it up all kinds of different ways. Okay? All right. So that's it. That's all I wanted, because you will have it in your book, and that's why I wanted to just go over it and discuss it. Okay? All right. So good job. So remember mixed numbers. Remember a mixed number. You count how many holes you have first, and then your last one you figure out how many is shaded in to figure out the fraction. It's called a mixed number. All right, so that's it for math today. Good job with math.